What's up, guys? tigerhoodz 69 here. My Whitecliff Inn 5T tutorial as promised. Now, I know these shots, so I'm going to go ahead and set up for my pitch, but here's the thing. We have 188 yards total, 98 feet downhill. That's 33 yards downhill. So that 33 yards, because it's a downhill shot, 80% is 25 yards back. An extra 2 winds you're going to have to adjust for, but try not to skip ahead is something that I suggest. So your 25 yards is obviously 188 minus 25 would then be 163. 163 means you're landing on the pin. 2 yards now you need to adjust for. When I adjust for that 2 yards, 2 yards for every 150, sorry, so it's going to be a total of 4 yards you need to adjust for. Which is going to be 167. Pitch shot. And we got a nice 2-yard little tap in. When it comes to putting, it's really going to be all about feel. I like to take a lot of breakout by adding a lot of extra little speed there, as you guys see. Boom. So anything under, I'd say 3-4 yards definitely can be just pounded in there, even on courses like Aztec and Sands. Even with those rough greens, you can really get them to pound in. You just gotta figure out what type of break it is. So with this hole, I know off of experience, if I aim here at the pin, I'm definitely going to land right in the sand trap. So the idea is to aim a little bit behind it. You'll get some rollout because of the 2 wind. You aim behind it, and you actually will then bounce, hopefully, right in front of the sand, bounce over the sand trap, and roll up to the green. Ooh. It's a little right. Forgot to adjust for that. Good spot to show you guys another putting guide. Why not? 2 free ones. So you line up your shot, what you think is going to work. And because I'm that sick of a putter, it's dead on. Didn't actually get to show you guys the adjustments there, but maybe another hole I can show you some adjustments to the putting guide. So now again, my first tutorial, I showed you guys the draw because it was from the 1T. This time, I'm going to show you guys how I fade this. So with this fade shot, you want to aim, because we got 2 wind. I normally go here and then adjust for wind, so 2 wind. It's right up in this corner is the right spot to get about center green. So 2 wind, I'm going to adjust here. The 2 wind is actually, my fade would normally be like this. The 2 wind is going to straighten out my fade, right? So I come back to here roughly, and that should be a good shot, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4 yards. Oh, get up there. Damn it. I didn't aim right enough. Oh, it was 300 yards. I needed to go 4 twice. See, there's right there. Skipping calculations too fast. That was 300-yard shot. I needed to go over 8 yards, not over 4. But, so, if you notice on my iPhone, for some reason I've noticed that it starts off aiming right of the hole. To me, I've noticed that is center of hole, but for some reason it's off. It might be different on different devices. So this is my center. I'm going to barely get a break, so I'm going to move it maybe here. I did chip shot already. So this shot's a little tricky. You don't want to go long here because I know this hole is actually sloping pretty. This slopes down to here. So you actually want to, you got to adjust for that when you're landing, right? You don't want to land here and have it roll out a lot. So with the one wind, I think about there is going to be a good call. Get up. Rough one. Alright. So here's a good, I'll show you guys how to adjust on a putting guide. I'm going to aim way off. So, what I like to do is go 1, 2. Go back to your center. 1, 2. Easy putt, but just kind of showing you guys the scaling process of how you use that putting guide. So we've got, once again, 70 feet downhill. It's going to be 20 yards back. 163. One wind over. That was strictly a field putt, obviously. Ooh. When it comes to putting, these inconsistent greens, I've noticed that Chap's method isn't the greatest. Chap's method is only great for if it's a very consistent green. Oops. I want to land my ball about here. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn it. A little off. It's kind of hard to keep this thing suspended in the air like that. So here's a good one to guide on, considering it's an Albie and I'd like these points. One, two. Ooh, I hit that soft. But it still went in. So that's 135 feet, that's 40 yards, 16, 24, 32 yards back. Should be 308 with the 2 wind, 302. Again, just running my regular calculations. A little deep. I think I forgot to double calculate the wind again. I'm trying to play quick here to make sure this isn't too long of a video. Chipping, really on feel. You just got to kind of imagine my ball's going to hit there and roll right. Maybe not that much. trajectory. I aim right at this tree. About there. Flop shot. Got an R3, 75% of an R3. So if this was 100 yards, it would be 1, 2, 3 yards over, right? But it's only 70%, so I'm going to go about here. But then my 2 wind's going to carry it. Then probably about there. The flop doesn't get affected that much by the wind. Then I've got 4 yards uphill because it's 12 feet. 78. A little too hard. Nice. I got a good pin location. So again, the stick, 35, that's 10 yards down. 10 yards. It's an extra 4 yards, 6 yards from that, 150. So I did my 4 yards at 150, then there's an extra almost 100 yards, so that's about 2 yards, so I drop back 6 yards, and then I drop back my 10 yards for my downhill. Then, because I know this is going to be running uphill, I'm not too worried about its rollout, because it's going to hit here and start to run up. And there is my full tutorial on White Cliff Inn 5T, how tigerhoodz 69 would play that. Left 2 strokes out there. Thanks for watching, guys. 10,000 experience. Boom.